What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're going to do an unboxing and my first impressions of the new Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. We're also going to talk about the goodies, aka the free stuff that I got with my pre-order. And I'm going to let you know, should you upgrade to the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra coming from the Note 10 or the Galaxy S20 line of phones? Let's get into it. All right, so this is everything that I got in my pre-order. Because you get, in America, I got $200 worth of free gifts. So I got the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live, and I got them in black, and I wish I got them in white because I already have black. I bought them separately, so I'll probably end up selling these to somebody to get some money back. But I've already done a bunch of videos on these, so I'm not going to unbox these. If you want to watch these, I'll put some videos down below that you can watch if you want to check out these Samsung Galaxy Black Bud Lives. It also came with this gaming controller because Xbox Game Pass is a big selling point now for Samsung, because Samsung and Microsoft have a really good partnership going on. You get the Microsoft apps on there, such as the Office suite. Now you get Xbox Game Pass. You can get it like for free for a bunch of months. It's going to officially launch September 15th, but this controller is kind of cool. You can see it's an officially licensed Xbox game controller, and it will actually hold your phone in there, so you can hold your phone, play your games, and I don't know, just enjoy yourself while you play your Xbox Game Pass. And I will do a separate video on this in the future to let you know if I like it and how well it works. Now, I already took out my Galaxy. Now, I ended up getting the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 512, and you can see this black one is very mirrory, very fingerprint looking. I believe some of the other colors, and it just looks disgusting. I should have washed it, but we'll be real. You know, this is basically what it's going to look like when you get it. And I already set it up, but ultimately you're going to see at the bottom here, you're going to get on the left-hand side, even though it's right here, but basically that's really how it's going to look. On the left-hand side, you're going to get the S Pen, and this is what the S Pen looks like. Looks like it has in the past. You get the button there, and that's pretty much it. You have your speaker, but there is stereo speakers, but one of the speakers is at the bottom. You also get your USB-C, a microphone. On the right-hand side, you get your power button and volume up and down. At the top, you get another microphone. You also get right here where you would put in micro SD card expansion storage and also your SIM card. And then on the left-hand side, you don't have anything. There's no Bixby button, no Google button. On the back here, you get the camera cutout, and it's definitely thick, but I mean, you put a case on it, you don't feel it at all. It doesn't really get in the way, but it's a cool design. I think it's a beautiful looking phone, but when you get these mirrory finishes, you get fingerprint galore. You can see Samsung branding at the bottom. This is the unlocked version. 512, like I said, Snapdragon 865 plus, 12 gigabytes of RAM. Inside the box, you get a 25-watt fast charger. No headphones. You get a should be USB-C to USB-C cord. Yep, USB-C to USB-C charging cord. And then in this little, and then in the top here, you get terms and conditions as well as a SIM card ejector. All right, here's the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I've already taken it out. Fingerprint sensor, same as what you get, and I suck at it. And plus I just have cream on my hands from just giving my son a bath just recently. But ultimately, still the same fingerprint sensor. It feels the same as the S20 Ultra. I'm not a huge fan of the under display fingerprint sensors. There's also, at least unless I'm missing it, there's no film protector on this screen. I don't feel it at all, which is kind of weird. So they cut back. There's no 45-watt charging in this. You only get 25-watt charging. They didn't put a very inexpensive film protector. They did on the S20 Ultra. The S20 Ultra also has 45-watt charging. No headphones in the box, at least in America. So there's some things they cut out, which are just kind of weird. But ultimately, the software experience for this is, if you've had a Samsung phone before, it's going to be exactly the same. There's a couple of new tweaks in here for the S Pen, but ultimately just the using it day-to-day usage, you're going to be so used to it. You get your quick toggles, you have your home screen, you swipe up, you go left to right to look at all your apps. You can press and hold and bring up your settings for like home screen settings and stuff like that, and go through these type of things. You can choose your widgets. They have themes obviously still, if you want to install themes and change the look of your phone. It's, you know, awesome to have this. I love that Samsung has this, but again, almost every other Samsung phone has it as well. Now, cameras are one of the big selling points about this phone. You get a 50x zoom. I'll jump into the camera real quick. Again, the software for the camera is exactly what you would expect from any other phone on here from Samsung. If you've seen it before, you get all your menus and you can customize these if you want. But you have also the ability to go into Pro mode and panorama, food, live focus, Pro, super slow-mo, and hyperlapse. And then, you know, you have that massive camera bump on the back. So let's check out some photos. I'll take some with the front, some with the back, shoot a little video here and there, and you can see how it looks. Here's a sample of recording with the front camera and 4K 30. I changed in the settings in there so you can get an idea of how good it sounds and looks when you're talking with this camera. 4K 30, what do you guys think? Front camera. Here you go with the back camera, 4K 30. And you can tell how good it looks, how it sounds. Do you see and hear big differences versus other phones? Let me know in the comments down below. One thing also I wanted to mention about the camera is the autofocusing, especially on things kind of close up. It's good, it works. The S20 Ultra had issues. Note 20 Ultra seems to, anyway, have fixed that. See, this is kind of struggling with it a little bit. It gets it, but yeah, so it struggles a little bit. So you definitely get better autofocusing for sure, at least when you're close up with things for the Note 20 Ultra. So that's a great selling point if you're jumping from the S20 Ultra over to the Note 20 Ultra. Obviously, the Note 20 Ultra has an S Pen, so when you're using your S Pen, you pull it out, you can create notes, write whatever you want, it'll save it, record it, whatever you want to call it. You can convert your notes into typed words. So some cool stuff you can do on here. It's also more, the latency is lower. It's like 9 milliseconds. But I'll be honest with you, it coming from a Note 10 Plus almost a year ago at this point, basically, or 6 months ago, I should say, maybe. I personally don't notice a big difference. I'm also not using the Note on a day-to-day basis. I haven't used it in months, and I'm not a big S Pen user. Maybe you'll notice some differences, but overall the S Pen looks the same, feels the same in your hand, and still writes really, really well. Beyond that though, like in case you're like interested in some of the features, you're gonna get all the same features on this menu here. Shouldn't be anything that's really standing out to be different. Go into settings, and then once you're in settings, what you wanna do is go into advanced features, S Pen, air actions, and they have a bunch of new air actions, which basically when you hold the pen and direct the pen in the air these different ways, you can go back, home, recents, smart select, and screen write. It's kind of awkward to me, literally gonna be like this and hold, it's just awkward. I mean, maybe you love it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but yeah, it's cool to have, I guess, the new features and stuff in there. So there you go with all those new S Pen. And what I do love it as, and it's been like this for a while now, is you take the phone out, you want to use it as a shutter button to take a photo, maybe your phone a little bit far away from you and you want to take a nice photo. So if you have your camera open, you can press it once, it'll take a photo, you double press it, it'll go to the other camera, and again, press it once and it will take a photo for you. Performance just in the first day, it's very, very snappy. You obviously get that new 120 Hertz display, but you can't force it. So when you go into display and you go, at least from what I've seen, if you go into motion smoothness, you only have 60 and 120, and you only have adaptive or standard. So adaptive, as you can see over here, says get smoother animations and scrolling by automatically adjusting your screen refresh rate up to 120 Hertz. But when it's not using, or it doesn't have the option to use 120 Hertz, it's just gonna drop down to 60. And if you don't want that, you can always keep it to 60. You can't put on, and just to show you the resolution, it has to be on 2316 by 1080. If you put it on this, You can see high refresh rate isn't supported, so you won't be able to get the max resolution with the 120 hertz. Another big thing is wireless DeX. Swipe down from the top, you find DeX, tap on it, and it will give you a PC-style desktop experience on your TV while you keep using your phone, or turn your phone into a trackpad for added convenience. Mine doesn't find anything that's compatible, so I'm not able to try wireless DeX mode, but basically it's kind of self-explanatory what it does, and it's new to the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Next, let's just check out the speakers so you can get an idea of how good those sound.
Greggles TV, this is going to be a review, finally, of the Galaxy S20 Ultra. I've had this phone since it has come out, and I haven't put out a review on it. I've done tons and tons of videos, how to, things I like, things I don't like, and now I'm gonna get into an actual review. So let's get to it. First thing we'll talk about is the thing that everybody looks at. It's the first thing that catches your eye. No, it's not the huge camera bump. It's the display. It's a 6.
Overall, it's a great phone, but I'll be honest with you, coming from the S20 Ultra, I personally wouldn't recommend jumping to the Note 20 Ultra unless you need the S Pen and you're crazy sick and tired of the autofocusing on the back camera with the S20 Ultra. Beyond that, I mean, it's really difficult to recommend someone to jump over to the Note 20 Ultra otherwise. Like for someone like me, I don't use the S Pen a lot. I don't take a ton of close-ups, so it doesn't bother me that much. I mean, I would like to have it fixed. So beyond that, I personally wouldn't have jumped. I mean, I will because of the fact that I like making videos for my channel. But otherwise, I don't know if it's worth the jump. And I know a lot of people aren't jumping from the S20 Ultra to the Note 20 Ultra. So the other question that remains is, should you jump from like the Note 10 to the Note 20 Ultra? And I think you'll really enjoy the phone. Will you be like, oh my God, this is completely different and amazing? You might think like the performance in terms of the speed will be better. The camera's maybe slightly better. But I mean, it's not a huge jump. It's just a really refined, nice looking phone that works really well. I think you'll be happy with it, but will you be blown away by it? I don't know. I don't think so. But anyways, cool phone, Note 20 Ultra. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. What phone did you come from? And what do you think are its good things and its bad things? Leave it in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace.